This is my iPad Pro travel setup. I'll have time codes in the video description, so skip to those different spots to find the things you're looking for. And I have some of the things on the table, but then I would generally, if I'm going for a day trip, I'll use, or a short trip, I'll use this one, because this one holds all these things, plus the other things that I'll be showing you in a little bit. But this one, if I'm going on an airplane or somewhere where I need something durable, and I know that it's going to be, this is waterproof, and I can fit a couple days clothes also in here. So that one's Shower's Pass, and this one's Camelback. Starting off, Aperture FL light. This is a great light. I really like it. Stay tuned for the review. Then a couple different moment lenses. These are all the things that I don't keep in my
EDC
grab and go bag. I have a telephoto lens. This one is 60 millimeters. Then I have 15 millimeter and Superfish. And then I have
ultra wide.
I have a 62 millimeter lens adapter. Put UV and ND filters on it for all the different ones, including the anamorphic lens. And then in here, this is an in-case bag. It's technically for a MacBook computer, but I find it really helpful for storing all my little things. So this is my favorite mobile dock / dongle. I generally use my HP Z31X monitor, which has a built-in dock if I'm at my house. But this one's really great. It has VGA, HDMI, Ethernet, USB-C power in, USB-C data out, USB-A 3.1 Gen 2, and then a USB-A that is BC 1.2 compatible, and then a micro and regular SD card reader that's UHS 2 certified, and it's great. I really like it. And then extra lens, Magic Mouse for my iPad Pro, which is currently recording. I have a second iPad that I use for dual monitor iPad setup that I'll be showing you a little later. And then Magic Trackpad 2. These are great. I really like these a lot. And the case keeps them all nice and clean and protected relatively so. Then moving on, Apple Magic Keyboard with full numpad. That way I can have a full mobile iPad Pro desk setup for on vacation and things like that. And then CPR med kit. It has all sorts of things like burn cream and all sorts of things like that, because it's generally a good idea to have a medical kit with you, especially when you're traveling. We're not really doing that much right now during COVID times, but then PPEs. PPEs are always a good idea to carry. And then I have another mesh bag that I put these things in. And these little mesh bags are really helpful. I have a SD card adapter for a micro SD card, and then a micro SD card in it, and then change for using as change and lots of other things I'll cover in the future. Then isopropyl alcohol wipes because they're important. Then mini scissors, so you can, if I'm going on a plane, I don't carry the mini scissors or my knife. I'll take that out, or I'll check my bag or something like that. Then multi-tool, because these are really handy, especially as a student and I'm a video creator and things like that. Plus, you never know when you go to a hotel or something, or renting a house and there's a handle that's loose and it's really annoying, or something along those lines. So that gets you out of a lot of scrapes. Then these are really handy. These are wrist bracelets or ankle bracelets that are bug repellent. And my sister has sensitive skin and she can wear these generally. And so they're great. Microfiber cloth. This one's a clothy version of it. I also have a bag full right here, which is filled with microfiber cloth, but I generally have one loose because these are generally clipped in my bag. And then I have a TRS and a TRRS adapters. And then I have a USB-C to headphone jack adapter. This is a Belkin 10 gig USB-C to Ethernet adapter. I have a 10 gig version in my bag. And then this is for my phone. It's Apple's camera connection kit adapter. I have one in my other bag I'll be showing you in a little bit, but I keep an extra of that just in case. And then food, because you never know where you're going to be and you need food or something like that. So these are all things you could take pretty much anywhere in the world and you wouldn't have any issue, and they're not really perishable. Cliff Blocks. These are all vegan. I'm a vegan. So Cliff Blocks, these are really good. Then I have fruit leather, just it's thin, it fits in your pocket really easily. Then these are really good. That's it. They're basically just dried fruit that's raw, blended, dried and put together into a bar form. And then toothpaste, because you never know where you're going to need toothpaste. And that's within the airline's travel guidance thing. So if you're somewhere and you needed some toothpaste, Dr. Bronner's makes some great toothpaste, and the little ones that you can get are really helpful. Travel tip, use the Dr. Bronner's ones. This is really cool. It's nerd wax. If you're someone who wears glasses like I do, then if you're doing something like yoga or anything that your glasses might slip off, put a little of that on your nose and it'll hold it on your glasses on, and it comes right off, so you can just wipe it off when you're done, and it's really helpful. Earplugs, because earplugs are important. I have beige earplugs in my bag, my other bag, but these are just backup inexpensive ones. And then hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is important. And then this is just a small travel router. This is a backup one. I have another one in my bag that I like better, but I'll show you in a little bit.
In video part 2.
But this one's just a TP link. That way, if you go to a hotel, a lot of times they'll have free Ethernet, but the Wi-Fi will be terrible. And so you can just plug in a Ethernet cable and have that. And so I have 2 of them, so I can set up a mesh network if I want, or in case one fails. And then I have 2 backup chargers. I have other chargers in my bag that is my little carry bag that when I'm going somewhere, I have my day bag. And then this is my traveling bag. So I just have my little day bag that I can carry around with me. And then I have, this is really cool. This is a skin safe marker. It's a super fine tip, and it's great and really helpful for lots of things, especially if you're a fitness professional or anything like that. You can write things on people's hands or whatever. You don't have to worry about it getting stuck on there. It's not going to rub off really easily. And then backup Apple Pencil, because I use my Apple Pencil for a lot of things. So I actually generally have 2 of them. I have one in my regular bag and then one is a backup. And then case to protect your phone. This is waterproof. It's from Showers Pass. So if you're like going to Hawaii, you can snorkel and get some pretty cool shots. And then this is a vertical and horizontal Qi charger. It's pretty cool. You just pull the little piece out, and now you have a vertical Qi charger and a horizontal one. So there's 2 Qi pads on it, and then you can put it back down. And then there's a little magnetic thing on the bottom that connects that. And then it's USB-C, because USB-C all the things. And then 2 battery packs I really like. This one is the one I generally take on smaller things or if I'm not filming. This one's really good. I'll have all the affiliated things that I'm talking about linked in the video description. And I got these from Amazon. This one's really amazing, and this one will save you, especially as a student or someone who travels. This one has PD charging, actual PD charging, so you can charge like a 16-inch MacBook Pro or power a monitor or whatever you need to power. And it has 2 USB-A ports that you can put a good amount of power through, and it's also Qi charging, and it's the full Qi speed of Qi charging. It's a little bit big, but that's why I have the small one. This one's great. It does most of those things. It just isn't nearly as big, and it doesn't have the display on it to tell you the exact percentage. And then microphone stand. You guys might think I'm silly to travel with a microphone stand, but I travel with a microphone, so I kind of need a stand. And my favorite stand is the Samsung desktop microphone stand MD5. It's really good. I really like it a lot. It really absorbs most of the vibration, so you can be somewhere, and it's heavy, so it's not going to fall over. And then talking about that, I have a Rode Pod mic. This is my favorite XLR microphone for your iPad Pro. If you're looking for an XLR microphone that's a reasonable price, this one's really reasonable price. It's $100. And in the world of XLR microphones, that's really good. And it's built like a tank. And then Focusrite 2x2 Gen 3 audio interface, and it's USB-C, so I can plug it into my iPad. And it has 2 XLR ports, and I also have a 3rd 1/4-inch jack, so I can have 3 sources coming in. And then I have balanced line in and line out on the back if I want, and a Kensington lock if I'm somewhere and I want to lock it, if I'm building out my mobile college desk setup or any mobile college travel setup. And then DJI Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal, because gimbal is much more portable to travel with than anything else, and it's super helpful, especially since it can do tracking, so you can be somewhere and it can track you. Or you can have it track the instructor, so if you're in class, you can have it track the instructor, or track whoever you need it to track based off their machine stuff. And then this is a 4K, Cinema 4K USB-C cable. It's Belkin. Cinema 4K is more pixels than standard 4K. That's why I say Cinema 4K. And then Thunderbolt 3/Thunderbolt 4 cable. that way I can connect to anything I want. Plus, invariably, my sister or somebody's gonna ask me for a thunderbolt cable or something like that, and so I always carry one of these. These don't take up that much room, and they do really quick fast charging. They can charge at the full speed of USB-C. And then extension brick thing for an extension duck head that Apple has, so you can like have your 87 watt charge brick for your iPad or MacBook Pro or whatever it is, and then have a really long cable. So have this and then have the 2-meter long cable, and then you can have it stretched all the way across out the hallway or all the way down the hallway, so you can reach to those plugs that are further away. Then I have a moment case for my moment lenses, but this one's actually not for my phone that I generally carry. This is for the rest of my family. They have iPhone 11 series phones, and this one has a pop socket on it. I know pop sockets are kind of cliche and all those things, but it's actually kind of helpful for a long-term holding if you don't want to have to hold it up using. This is much better, but this is much more conspicuous than this is. So if you want to go somewhere where you don't want to be conspicuous, but this has cold shoe mounts. So I can mount 3 cold shoe items on it and screw it down. And then it also has screw mounts on the top and on the bottom and over here, so I can do it vertical and horizontal and all sorts of other things. And then I have this is a extending pole that I can attach my iPad or phone to or stuff like that for getting shots up tall in the sky. And then I have this tripod. It's great. I've been looking at getting something to replace it, but it'll work for now. And then this is other than the case I'm going to be showing you in a little bit, which stick around to find out which my favorite cases for my iPad of all time is. But this one is a close second. It's the Zag case. It's really great. It has a whole bunch of different little spots that you can prop up your iPad with. Great for drawing or graphics design. So if you're an illustrator or Photoshop or things like that and you need to do some pro level work, it's great for that. And it has a little spot for your Apple Pencil, and it's very protective. And then I have a flashlight because you never know when you need an extra light. Plus, this has lots of different things, so you can set different effects to it. And then, of course, knife. I have a regular knife that I carry with me pretty much everywhere. As part of my EDC, I'll have a link to the video description to my everyday carry video. But don't worry, guys, this is for cutting fruit. That's why I have it. If you need to cut a pineapple or something like that, this is a very durable knife. You can cut a watermelon open or pineapple or anything like that, because the chintzy knives that you can get at most places won't cut open a watermelon or pineapple or a mammoth sapote or anything where that you're going to be able to cut into most things. And then this is a very awesome, amazing lavalier microphone for the price. It's $20 and it's super amazing. It does TRS and TRRS. So what that means is you can hook it up to like an audio interface or your DSLR camera, but it can also be plugged in to your iPhone, your iPad, and you don't need any of these adapter cables from Rode, like a TRS or TRRS or TRRS to TRS adapter, which are amazing and great, and you should all, and everybody should have those because they're super amazing if you do video stuff. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit.
In video part 2. Click or tap the screen for video part 2, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tap the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Liked it if you liked it, because it really does help. I'll see you there.